My name is Nowak.
And where have you come from?
From Czech Republic.
Czech Republic. So I've seen quite a few people from the Czech Republic today.
Yes.
How many people have you brought?
11 members of our team comes to this competition today.
That's amazing. The lady on your team is brilliant. What's her name?
Her name is Anna.
Anna.
And she is one of our best women shooters.
She's amazing. Do you have many women shooters in your team?
Not too much, about 10 or 12, but all of them are very good shooters.
Oh wow, that's good. So when did you first pick up a catapult?
Maybe as a kid, as anybody.
Yeah.
It was natural catapult from the wood, but last 7 years I shoot catapult maybe every day, every weekend when I have free time.
That's good. So when you were younger, was the catapult for play or was it for hunting?
In our country it is illegal, it is forbidden to hunt. So we don't hunt or we don't talk about it.
Okay, yeah. Same here on certain land, but China is the same. GZK said it's illegal to hunt, so target practice has become the thing. So when it comes to target practicing, it's very different to hunting.
It is.
Yeah. Do you prefer to do the target practice?
I started to train in the nature, so I'm very often going outdoors to shoot. For me it is the best because you are in the forest and you can shoot on every distance you want. So for ability to shoot is the best. But we have the competitions in our country, 15 or 18 competitions through the year.
Oh wow, so is this a big sport in the Republic of
Yes,
Czech
it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, we have a long history in this sport.
See, in the UK, it's slowly becoming bigger, but it's a good sport because it's very cheap to start. You can make your own catapult and you can do. So the future, people are talking about international standard competitions between countries and potentially the Olympics. How do you think it's going to go?
My opinion is that everything grows very fast because I see what situation is in England, in Ireland, in all the world. Because I was in China on competition too last year. I think it is possible to become an Olympic sport, but it needs some change. And some countries are faster in these changes, some countries are slower. So we need to unify all terms and conditions.
Yeah, so like an international standard of distance, sizes, etc.
As I saw in China, Chinese are very fast in this. They were last year in the Italian World Cup, and in a few months they started to use the same system, same targets and everything. So they are very, very fast in this.
Yeah.
So we must grow fast to be on the same level.
I think that's good. Are you going to Shanghai in November?
Yes.
You're going to compete?
Yes.
I believe they're going to have a conversation when they're there about creating how to move forward as a community. And final question, in Czechoslovakia, do you have a good catapult community, as in everyone is good friends and support each other?
I think it's the same all around the world, because in China, in Czech Republic, here in England or anywhere, every people are open and friendly, and it's kind of community like a family. So it was my experience in China too. All of the people were open. It's the same in Czech Republic.
It's the same here, and I'm really glad about that because it's quite unusual these days to have that. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. All right, and I hope you did well today. Right, so first of all, could you just tell us your name?
Paul McCarthy.
Paul McCarthy. And what are you? Where are you from? So I've got ICA on there.
I'm from Ireland, yeah.
I see. So you're the Irish Catapult Association.
That's correct, yes.
Brilliant. So when did you first start catapulting?
Myself?
Yeah.
Jeez, I'd say I was about 10 10 years old, so about 16 years ago.
Were they with homemade ones, or did you buy something?
I started off with a Black Widow,
Yeah.
and then moved on to just natural forks, then into board cuts, then kind of realised, Gamekeeper John was on the scene, and then he started to buy his frames and just went from there. It just kept on getting bigger and bigger and getting more new types of frames coming on the market. So it kind of all started with a Black Widow, where most people start off, I suppose.
Did you start off with target shooting? Were you hunting?
It was hunting, yeah.
It was hunting, yeah.
Target shooting didn't start for me till about 4, maybe 5 years ago, when the Irish Catapult Association started. Before the Irish Catapult Association, the group was Catapult Hunting Ireland, and that's where it all started with the Irish lads. We all kind of got together from there, and we're from all over the country. And we just decided we'd meet up and we'll have a competition.
So did you set up a club initially then? From that group there was a club, or you just decided to meet up occasionally?
No, it wasn't really a club, but we just had a shoot. We had a competition set up in Northern Ireland. Chris Graffin put together the shoot, and the BCA came over.
Yeah.
And we amalgamated with BCA and the ICA for our first competition in Ireland.
How did it feel doing a competition then? Because obviously the difference with hunting is quite instinctual, and obviously it's part of the experience going out and the whole day.
Yeah.
In a competition scenario, it feels very different, doesn't it?
It's completely different. It's totally different. Like, you're out in the woods or a field or on a hedgerow or whatever, everything's different. Your distances are different, the height, the trajectory is different. And then you go inside and you're standing in front of one target and it's right there in front of you, taunting you. It's totally different scene, and then you've got eyes on you. It's completely different.
Have you tried going out hunting after that? Do you find it's changed how your style or how you feel?
It completely changed my style at the start. I never aimed at a catapult. I just point and shoot. That's how I hunted. After the first competition, I wanted to improve for the next one, and I got worse and worse. The more I thought about it, the worse it got.
Yeah.
But eventually, I just said I'm going to concentrate on targets for the time being. I'll eventually go back to target. You won't forget. It's in you.
Yeah.
You can go out, you can hunt, and it's essentially the same thing. But there will be slight variance. I think just practice before your competitions, and it'll come through eventually.
So how long do you think, if you're practicing during the week, do you practice every single day, or do you just do it when you can?
I like to practice every day when I have the time. I'll go out 20, 30 shots, and I'm back in maybe when I'm feeding the dogs or something, Yeah. I'd like to practice more, but with time. If I had enough time, I'd go out and I'd do maybe 40, 50 shots a day.
What's your favourite distance? You 10 or 20 metre guy?
20 metres.
20 metres?
Yeah.
And what kind of spin, what size are you aiming at for that?
Well, today's 80. That's quite good.
Oh, is it 80 at 20, is it?
Yeah. So that's a pretty nice size target. Anything smaller than that's pretty. Those 40s look tiny. Really,
they look tiny just
Yeah.
at 10 metres sometimes. Yeah. Until a 9-year-old girl told me that she hit a 25 at 20 metres.
I saw that video. Yeah.
And you're like, well,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. So you're part of the Irish Catapult Association.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of the representative of Ireland for all catapult groups?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have an Irish team then?
Well, the lads went over to Italy last year, a group of them. We wouldn't specifically say there's a team of people, whoever's available to go can go.
Yeah.
It's quite open. If you ever had to select a team, fair enough, you'd take your top lads, but we never had a case where we need to put a team together. We have another little small club started in Cork, very in the start of things now, but just meet up in the woods and have a few shots and talk rubbish about slingshots.
It's brilliant. Yeah. Do you think it's actually gets? Obviously, we've got there's a Welsh Warriors Catapult Club. You've obviously got the Irish Catapult Association, different clubs. Do you think there's going to start having England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales matches? Do you think that's going to be something?
I'd love to see that. That would be great.
Yeah.
4 nations or something like that. 6 nations even. That would be fantastic for the sport, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If everybody could, say the UK hosted it for the first year and make a yearly thing out of it and have a good fun. And the community is so diverse and everybody gets along so well. It's a great community to be a part of. A lot of people that don't know anything about it and they say, where are you going? I'm going to a catapult competition, they kind of look at you stupid. But when you get involved and you're around these people, and you talk online a lot, it's all Facebook based. and you meet in person, and it's like you know everybody.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great. It's a great community.
I've noticed that today when I've suddenly gone up and gone, oh, I recognise that person, and I don't know them, but I just recognise them, or I've chatted to them, or I've got some, because everyone's quite sharing with the information. They'll help you what catapults, what bands, etc. to do.
Yeah.
And also, it feels like a kind of sport that anyone can join in, because a lot of sports you've obviously got to buy all the kit. You haven't got your special trainers or anything for this. It's getting anything, which could be a handmade catapult or a lent catapult.
Yeah. Anything at all. I mean, you cut a fork off a tree and get a set of bands, you're away.
Yeah.
You're done. You can get as complex as you want. You might like the simple things, you know, it depends. So it's a good thing for anyone of any age to get into. My daughter's 11 months now, and she's sitting at home, she's watching me with a slingshot all the time. She's sitting here on the couch playing away with her slingshot.
I think it's brilliant because there is a chance. We were talking to GZK and he was saying about how the clubs and everything have grown in China, and the amount of clubs and the amount of people now going, and it's being taught as relaxation technique and meditation and stuff. But in this country it's still very much kind of an unusual thing to do.
It's still raw here. I mean, like, you could strive towards where China is. I mean, if we could get to there, that's amazing. I mean, it's next level.
Yeah.
It's really what everyone wants to strive towards.
Do you think that's what everyone would really like it to go towards? Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, if you had a weekly league.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Well, let's aim towards that. We got. I think Kev had one of your T-shirts last time, the ICA T-shirts. Nice little design on there. You've got a nice shirt on today.
Yeah.
Is that everyone in the association got one of those? Or?
No, I just got this made for myself for today. Just for the day, I suppose.
It's a good look. It's good to see so many of the teams out there. I mean, some people here today aren't even taking part, but they're wearing their club tops today.
And it's good. I think the little clubs are great because you've got these more advanced shooters in clubs, and they'll bring on the younger generations or the people starting out, and it's only going to make things better. I remember when catapult shooting, you know, you'd have little competitions and people hitting a can 10 times was an achievement. That was good shooting, you know.
Yeah.
Now it's, you know, you're going to have to be hitting that 40 mil spinner 10 times.
Yeah, and hitting things through polos and all this stuff. I'm just happy, personally, I enjoy it, so I just want to go along and actually do that.
That's it, you know. I just said it to the lads today. I went upstairs and I got myself an 80 mil wasp spinner. I'm going to go home, I'm going to put that up in the catch box, and I'm going to enjoy shooting that for a while and get away from these little targets, you know.
Absolutely, you can see. Brilliant. So what do you reckon in about 10 years' time, where do you reckon we'll be having this conversation about catapulting?
On an Olympic stadium.
Olympic Stadium? Yeah, I reckon so.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Brilliant. Well, let's aim towards that. Thanks so much for talking to me.
No problem. Thank you.